heart rate, heart rate, heart rate. For some reason, everybody keeps talking about heart rate recently, and for all the years that I've been riding bikes, I've never used one. So I figured the next time I get one of those, this video is sponsored by Competitive Cyclist. I'll get my grubby hands on one of those heart rate monitors and see what all the fuss is about. I mean, it's a tool, right? It can help you ride longer, lose weight, be stronger. Why not? And sure, it could be perceived as a little nerdy, but have you seen what we wear on rides? I mean, so I did an FTP test to find out what my maximum heart rate is. You gotta find your parameters. Side note, FTP tests are horrible, but they're also good ego melters, so highly suggested. Doing a little heart rate monitor research, I realized there's 5 zones. Zone 1, recovery. Zone 2, endurance. Zone 3, tempo. Comfortably hard. This is the zone that I want to stay in mostly for some of our big rides. Zone 4, lactic threshold. You can go hard, but be warned, it is not sustainable. Zone 5, VO2 max. You are pinning it with a time limit of 3 to 8 minutes. So Route Master Mr. Ron Lewis set up a crazy experience for us tomorrow. We're gonna go to the Plains of Abraham on Mt St Helens, do some crazy volcanic experience, and hang on for dear life. I figured what better way to use the heart rate monitor to make sure I survive the whole thing. And another thing that's kind of cool, the Wahoo syncs up with the monitor and it shows which zones you're in, and there's even a graph of which zone that you've been in most, and like, fuck, this stuff is cool. And the fact that you can figure out how to do a recovery ride with these things. To me, that seems so interesting. You can just find your little spot and just sit in it, spin to win. Yeah. But in the meantime, we've got to get the P-29er all gussied up and ready to party, because tomorrow's gonna be a big one. Yeah. I guess I don't ride this bike often enough. New sealant, gotta throw some new pads on it. Heart rate's at a solid 85 BPM. I'm holding down a steady zone 1, not a mechanic. These are grounds for dismissal. But I'm paying for it now because I popped one of the pistons out. Now I gotta re-bleed the front brake, but I can't remember exactly how to re-bleed a TPR brake. We're getting through it!
She don't ask no man for nothing. She works and earns her pay. Takes care of any business.
You ready? I'm ready.
The tried and true Higley formula.
Which is?
Hammer Nutrition Espresso Gel.
That thing's gonna get you jacked up.
Shit's real. And olives.
Right into it. Here we go. Should I mention that my front brake doesn't work that well now, or should I wait? Current heart rate, 124. Steady zone 3. Doug, what's your heart rate?
127.
Holy crap, that's exactly what mine is.
126, 124.
Oh, 117.
123.
112.
21.
4.
20.
0.
Oh, mine's done. Mine just ran out.
I got 00.
In love with herself. Says she's not about to be worried about anybody else. She's an independent lady.
Zone 4, 143. What do you got?
141.
Damn.
To be worried about anybody else. She's an independent lady, and she knows just where it's at. She's an independent lady.
Olive Patrol.
Olive Patrol. Finally remembered them.
Check this out. This is amazing. Somebody did a bike packing trip up here, ditched their camping gear, and they're off shredding around right now. What a crazy plate. We're 4,500 feet. Hell yeah.
Introduction. She knows she's a superstar.
Current heart rate, 64 beats per minute. Zone 1, recovery. It's kind of hairy up here. I'm not gonna lie. A little nervous. Oh God. This is called Windy Ridge. I think I understand the name. Holy fuck. So Doug, let's do a little check-in. How long have you had the Magic Carpet ride?
Since January, 8 months.
And then what do you think about it so far?
It's killer. It's yeah. I mean, we just did single track and all the gravel done, and even road riding, lock it out.
Yeah, he rides this thing a lot and shreds everything. And today was like the mountain bike ride, and look what he's riding.
Yeah, it's funny. It's the big complaint of this is that it's heavy, and it just blows you to the ground. I don't feel it really at all. Like I can still go uphill.
Glass is half full with this one. What tire setup you got on this bike, Ron?
2.8 in the front, 2.4 in the back. They're Maxxis Recons, I think.
Big boy tires.
Big boy tires. They give you a lot of float through the sand. Sand surfing.
Heart rate solid 101, zone 2. What zone are you in, Ron?
9, usually somewhere between 9 and 13.
He's in advanced league. It's a different thing.
In a self-conceited way.
Tom Brobra here, reporting from the top of the world. Things are looking great, even though we've got a hazy underlayer of foggy impermanence. What the hell am I talking about?
She's an independent lady.
132, heart rate rising.
Oh God.
Man, I'm telling you. She's an independent lady. And she knows just what to do. Go, girl.
15 miles in, 3,000 feet of elevation. We just rolled through the belly button of God, and I couldn't even put words to it, really. Maybe it was the nasal cavity of God. That's probably better, right? Yeah.
She commands attention from everyone she
Holy cow, that was probably the most unique 20 miles I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, we went to the moon and back.
Mars.
And the ride, by the numbers?
20 miles.
3 hours.
And 3,760 feet of elevation.
And 13 olives.
Full on Ron moment right here. 12-month Manchego, hazy IPA, match made in heaven, baby. Wait, so do you eat the rind?
You do eat the rind. It goes with the concept of shared burden. Sometimes when people are getting their cheese from the cheesemonger, they'll ask them to cut off the rind, and that's actually an offensive thing to ask because the rind is a shared burden. Because what used to happen in small communities where the collective farming and cheese making, that everybody's cows would go in together and they would take the milk and they would all divide the cheese evenly, and everybody would take a little bit of rind because rind is just a part of the cheese making process. Sometimes it's edible, sometimes it's not, but everybody gets a little bit of piece of it, and it's cheesemongers refer to it as the shared burden.
Oh, and BT dubs for session on the Recon 3s. Fucking nailed it, dude. There was so much rocky bullshit that we walked through. They're chunkier than my tires are. Damn, good looking out. Heart rate. So cool. Who knew? It's really fun getting a numeric reference point to how you feel on a ride. It's a little more informed experience. Another cool thing you can do is calculate calories. I burned nearly 2,000 calories on a 4-hour ride, which that seems pretty good. It was a mountain bike ride though, so it's different than what we normally do, but still pretty interesting because shout out to Competitive Cyclists for sponsoring this video. If you too would like a heart rate or anything that they offer in their magical array, use offer code Dustin15 for 15% off your first order. And if you're new to gravel or riding long distances, leave a comment with a question that you have that you've been wanting to know, or questions that you've had that have been hard to figure out. I think I might compile them and make a little intro to gravel video. If you've made it this far, it might be time to subscribe. You see last week's video? That was last week. It was cool. Good times. Almost as bumpy as today. All right, dear friends, thank you for tuning in. I couldn't do it without you. And a big shout out to you. Oh, God. Zone 1, active recovery.